Well, first off, the organisation is making a public apology today for the treatment of SME customers that went into GRG between 2008 and 2013. There are many areas there that we just did not get right in handling our customers at a time when they were in major having difficulties in their businesses, and we certainly didn't help in a way that this organisation set itself out to do so.
Tell us about the fees and what you're proposing to do in terms of compensation for people who've been charged excessive fees.
Today we're announcing two things that I think are very important for our customers in the SME space. First off is a complaints process that is overseen by a third party, so that people should feel very comfortable that their complaint will be taken seriously and taken through a clear process that will be overseen by somebody independent. And the second one is we are refunding what we call complex fees, and these are a fee structure that when you went into our Global Restructuring Group, there were a number of fees that were applied to customers. The issue for us is a number of these customers didn't know what they were for. We didn't explain them well enough to them. There was complete lack of clarity around these, and I think added huge confusion to the customers at a time when they shouldn't have been confused. We should have been actually much clearer with them. So we're going through an automatic process of refunding those to customers. They don't have to write into us. We'll be communicating with them about those fees and actually making sure they get them back.
You're talking about repaying fees, but the regulators identified 9 widespread failings, which it says are systematic. Shouldn't you be fessing up and giving your customers full compensation?
Look, there have been, as you say, a number of areas that we just didn't get right, and that's why we're apologising today, but we're going beyond just an apology. We're actually saying, here's a complaints process. If you think that was done badly by this organisation, we want to hear from you. Take that complaint. And if we can put it right, we certainly will. And it's also around the fee issue that we've discussed. We want to put that right for customers as well. And we're not just going to do it for several customers that complain, we're going to do it for the whole grouping. The report itself said that the customers that went into GRG were actually having financial difficulty.
Sometimes would you accept that sometimes the financial difficulties of customers who went into GRG were because of mis-selling of hedging products by your bank?
We'll pick up any of those situations. That's why the complaints process is very important for these customers, that each one of these customers will be quite different in their circumstances as to why they were in GRG. But the report does clearly show that the customers were in there because they were having difficulty.
What about the valuations? The FCA said they were inadequate and widespread, and that could cost your customers a lot more than the fees. Shouldn't you pay compensation for that too?
Well, that's why the complaints process is very important, that where customers feel that there was a problem with some of those valuations, that's the things that we want to hear about. The report also does deal with some issues around the complaints process, around the fee process. And it also says that there are very, very few cases in here that actually weren't handled in the way they should have been. But there are some we just didn't get right. And I want to make that quite clear. We want to hear from those customers. This is their opportunity to have their case heard through a complaints process that has a third party overseeing it.